the ILO itself, and also the IMO, other sister maritime administrations. So we don't work alone, but in collaboration with all these bodies, especially with the ITF. Yes, so...
especially with the ITF.
Yes, especially
you hold on
with
from
the
there.
ITF.
When we return, you continue from there.
Okay.
But I understand we have Wilson, who's calling us from Adenta. Good evening, sir. Oh, I understand he's off. Okay, that's fine.
So, especially with the ITF, like I mentioned to you, the ITF is very well known. So, anytime there are such incidents, either they reach us directly or they reach the ITF. And we are very much in touch with the ITF rep here in Ghana, Captain Hazel.
Yes.
So, whenever there are such incidents, we work together with the ITF to ensure that we deal with such matters. Yeah.
Okay. Let me come to Captain Jopap and find out from you. No, as for the most common types of, you've mentioned all of them. What are the improvements, or what improvements would you like to see in the industry to support a safer work environment for particularly seafarers?
Yeah. Policies. No, and not just policies that you have, but to enforce policies.
Right.
For policies and laws must be enforced. That is it. Perpetrators must be punished. Victims must be counseled. No, they have to go through counseling and all those things as we do for shore-based people.
Right.
We should also look at the awareness, sensitization, and anything that supports, advocacies, that supports the well-being of the seafarer.
Yes.
The most important thing is that they should not endure it. They should refuse it. They should be able to report, speak out.
Right.
Have the right attitude, have it as a responsibility. To be able to curb it just when it starts.
Absolutely.
And they should be able to, like we said, have contact numbers, be able to
reach out
to others. And again, on board the ships, you will have a lot of people supporting. It's just one, you pick a whole lot and it's just one small bad nut.
Right.
That's it.
Let's welcome Wilson. I understand he's back on the line now. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. This is Wilson.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to find out that those who are finishing the maritime school, how are they managed to find them a job?
Those who complete maritime school, how they manage to find them jobs?
Find them job, yes.
Okay. All right. Do you have any area of any special area of interest?
I've worked with Ghana Port and Harbour Authority before for the past 30 years ago. I'm no more there. But those days, we have Water River ship for Ghana ship, and we have River Sicily and Co.
Right.
We have those ships for Ghana have those ships, and we have people who work with the ship.
Right.
But those ships are no more. So I'm thinking, how can those who are finishing the maritime school, how did they manage to get job where Ghana don't have any ship to employ Ghanaians?
Right. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Mr. Regulator, would you want to come in?
Yes. So I associate with his sentiments. Okay, these are very legitimate concerns.
Yes.
That the current management is trying to deal with. What the Maritime Authority does is we license recruitment and placement service providers. We also sign MOUs with ship source countries. Currently, we have MOUs with 40 countries. So what happens is it enables the recruitment and placement service providers, enable them to engage seafarers on vessels that fly the flags of these vessels.
Yes.
And then the second one is we are taking advantage of the cabotage.
Yes.
So that vessels that work within our waters, as part of their corporate social responsibilities, yes, they have to or need to engage seafarers, rating trainees, and then cadets to work on these vessels. And as a condition for renewal of your license, you need to demonstrate that, okay, you've trained some seafarers, except that we have more seafarers than we have where we can cater for.
Yeah.
So this is something that the current management is very much concerned about, that we will have to deal with. Yes. So a number of suggestions have come up. So they are working on it currently.
Okay. All right. So watching on Facebook, Kwesi Hassan, well, you just said offshore wind farm. I think that has to do with our phrase of the day for today. Yes, that's what you just mentioned. You didn't add anything. Thank you for watching at the moment. And we also have Ahmad Daniel. You also say, well done, GPHA, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and the Port of Tema. Well, thank you very much. The rest, you are sending us messages about stuff you are selling. This is not a medium to send such messages. Unfortunately, I think that I'm sorry. I can't indulge you on that one. And so let me come back to you, Mr. Awudu, or Mr. Regulator, so to speak, and find out from you whether you have a message for ship owners, manning agencies, and captains regarding, I asked Captain the same thing, regarding their responsibility of ensuring, harassment-free, ships for their crew.
Yes, so I've mentioned some of them, but I'll go over them.
Yes.
As a seafarer, as a union, it's your responsibility to sensitize your members.
Absolutely.
Like I mentioned, some of these documents, in fact, all these documents are available online. If you Google ITF, ICS document on harassment and bullying, you get some of these documents that is readily available online. That's normally the ILO and the ITF like to share some of these things. So as the individual, sensitize yourself, because you can only speak up for what you know. If you don't know that your rights are even being abused, or you would not be able to stand up to it. And then the companies, vessel owners, as required under the Maritime Labour Convention and also the ICS ITF document that has been adopted.
Yes.
You are supposed to have a policy on harassment and bullying.
Right.
That should be pasted at conspicuous places on the vessels. Ensure that is done. Recruitment and placement service providers. Okay. As part of your orientation, pre-departure orientation, you are supposed to send the seafarers through these things. You need to sensitize them on harassment. You need to sensitize them on bullying. What are some of the things that constitute harassment and bullying? Myself, what are some of the things? I'm coming from Ghana. There are certain things that I do here. Those things will not be tolerated
elsewhere,
on the vessel. So what am I supposed to know? So all these things, the seafarer should be told by the recruitment and placement service provider. And then us as the Maritime Authority, as part of our port state and flag state responsibility, when we board vessels, we look out for some of these things, and then we try to deal with them.
Let me come to Captain and find out from you. If, I have a vessel I'm going to sign on to, being offered the job on the sea, are there any red flags that I can detect and then say, okay, maybe this one, no, I wouldn't want to be on board this vessel? Or you don't know anything unless you get, until you get on board?
Most often times, you will not know until you get on board. But we also have some registries. You know, when we say registries, that is where the ship is registered, which country. We have so many vessels that have been registered in what we call
flag of convenience.
Flag of convenience.
Yes.
Where it's just been registered. The owners are not from that country.
Yes.
They do not have any nationality, nothing to it, but then they have registered their ships there. Those type of ships usually may not have good standing in terms of safety, relationship, even in terms of paying their salaries and everything. So you should also know the company that you have, not just the ship, but the company that you have been, you are going to work for.
Yes.
These are type of flag shapes that you have. We also have ship management and recruiters who do not even, all that they really want is that they want people to go on board a ship.
Yes.
And do not take into account the culture and gender issues of other. Even religion affects people on board the ship. The food that people eat, because you might go to a ship where, say, most of them come from the Middle East,
yes,
and you will not want to do anything with some kind of animal like pork or anything.
Yes.
But then here you might be the only person who is that religion.
Yeah.
And everybody on that ship, the pots and everything that they are using, is that food.
Absolutely.
You know, so that is a form of harassment. So you should be able to check out all these things before you go on board the ship. But seafarers just jump on it because hardly certificates are universal. There's usually no interview for a seafarer to go on board, especially when there's an emergency. They just want ship on, and most seafarers will just go in. But these are people who should be able to look at the background of the company, the recruiting, even the recruiting agency. Because if you get a recruiting agency where they are charging you, then you know it's that alone is a red flag.
That's true.
Because a recruiting agency should be charging the
owner of the
vessel, and not you. So that should tell you that is even a red flag for you.
Okay.
You should also know whether that company is paying the salaries they are paying and all that. Is it based on ITF salaries? Do you have a
is it based on ITF salary? We'll come there. Let's welcome Solomon from Asim Fosu. One will come back. I think he's the last person we can pick. We can't pick any further calls. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Awesome. Please shoot. Please shoot. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay, sir. I quite remember last year. I came to Regional Maritime University, and I decided to do a course in marine mechanics.
Yes.
And I met someone, and the person said that I had HND in purchasing and supply. So the person said that I shouldn't do the mechanics, but I should rather go for a different course. That one will help me. But for me, I'm interested in doing any course in whether marine mechanic or so that I'll be a seafarer.
Yes.
But I couldn't do it because of what the person said. So I just want to ask if there is any way or any course that I can do so that I can be a seafarer.
Okay.
That's why I'm calling it.
Let me throw that to you, Captain.
Okay.
Thank you, Solomon.
There are so many courses being run at the Maritime University.
Yeah.
Like the Ultimate said, it used to be Nautical College where it was only for seafarers.
Yes.
Then it came to be
Regional Maritime Academy,
where you had the auxiliary things. Now it's a university where you have the high tops of the maritime industry. So all these things are catered for, even for ratings. We have courses even for it. So you are catered for. So if you go to the registry. Probably whom did you meet? You should go to the registry. You can even go on the website and check. But you can go to the registry and find out what courses they are running and what are the entry qualification requirements that you need to go in. And I think that will help be able to sort this one out for him.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let me give you the last word, and we wrap up. We have barely 1 minute to go.
Okay, so just to add to what Captain said, at the Regional Maritime University, you have pre-sea courses, either at the engine or deck department. We have for ratings and then the officers. He should just walk in and then it will be explained to him, and then based on the information, he can decide on what to do. And then the other aspect to that Captain was mentioning, the red flags, look out for low wages. If you are being paid outrageously low wages, it's a red flag. You are given a contract that the contract is not maritime labor compliant. It's a red flag. The recruitment and placement service provider is charging you, like Captain mentioned. It's a red flag. So all these things, you need to look out for them. Buy your own ticket. It's a red flag. because these are things that are not supposed to be done. And then if you are not careful, you end up in what we call forced labor, human trafficking, which is probably another aspect of these. And then, yes, so this is what I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much. That's Mr. Audu Inus, who is the Principal Maritime Administration Officer at the Ghana Maritime Authority. He is with the Maritime Services Division. We're grateful to you, sir, for obliging us on our report tonight. And indeed to Captain Georgina Jopap, who is a maritime safety and security consultant, also herself a seafarer, indeed one of the pioneers we have in Mother Ghana. We are grateful to you, ma'am, for obliging us once again. And we know that that's and when the need arises and we call, we always oblige us. We'd like to say a big thanks to our sponsors, Ghana Revenue Authority, Guel PLC, Serene Insurance, Ghana Link Network Services, Meridian Port Services, MPS, and indeed Phoenix Insurance. We would also want to entreat you to watch the abridged version of Iron Port on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. on Ghana Television. My name is Kennedy Mona. We entreat you to keep watching the rest of our programs here on Metro TV. And God willing, next week, we shall bounce back with another wonderful edition of your favorite Iron Port program. Thank you so much for choosing us. Have a blissful week ahead and good evening. Thank you so much for choosing us.